I'm Chef Yankel, and this, believe it or not, is a veggie burger. Plus, I'm going to give you a secret tip to griddling. Keep watching. Here is my favorite veggie burger recipe, and I'm using ingredients that I have around the house all the time. It's a very simple blend. It's absolutely delicious. And the one night a week that I may not eat meat, this is a doable option because it still has the word burger in it. Let's get started. So this is a very simple, goes into the food processor recipe. I'm going with 1.5 cups of mushrooms. You can choose any mushroom you like. I'm using Baby Bella's pre-sliced from the supermarket. Let's make it easy as possible. White beans, again, you can go black beans, you can go red beans. Make a choice. If you're gonna use fresh beans, soak them overnight, but I'm using pre-cooked canned beans, 1 cup. Next up we have chickpeas, one of my favorite binders. It's a great source of all sorts of vitamins and nutrients, and it's also really delicious. So I add them to pretty much everything that needs that kind of filler. Next we're going with gluten-free breadcrumbs. These are really good, crispy, and add a lot of body and crunch, but they're also totally unseasoned, so I can make my own flavors. And then this is my secret ingredient. These are 1-minute oats, the instant oats. Any type will work. 1/2 cup of each, breadcrumbs and oats. Also, nice body, nice texture, but really good binder. Now we're gonna go with 2 eggs, the whole egg, not the shell, just the middle. I have a master class on egg cracking. You can watch it. And last but not least, salt, about 1.5 tablespoons. Cajun seasoning, about 1 tablespoon. A little bit of extra flavor. Some fresh ground black pepper. And a little teriyaki glaze. I like the thicker kind, the glaze, versus just teriyaki sauce because, again, it adds a little bit of texture. And what we're looking for with a veggie burger always is to keep it all together when it cooks. We put it all in the food processor and we get to blending. I'm gonna pulse it just so I can keep an eye on it. And we want a little bit of a rough texture, but pretty well blended. Well, that's about it. All right, done with that. And I've saved the best part for last. These are really nicely diced. I did it myself. Really nicely diced onions and peppers. And I put them in last. I don't put them in there because I want that crunch, a little bit of that added texture. There you go. This whole mix is going right in there. We can remove the blade. And we're gonna stir it just to combine it and make ourselves some patties. And if you've got this nice, like almost like cookie dough texture, you know you're on the right track for a veggie burger that's gonna crisp up nicely. It's gonna hold together. It's gonna cook through. It's not just gonna fall apart in the pan. That is perfect. It should keep its form. Beautiful. All right, we are going onto the griddle. A little bit of olive oil. You can use any type of fat you like. I prefer bacon fat personally, but you know, we're in veggie burger land. I'm going for a 4-ounce patty, and the reason is because I want it to be able to crisp up on the outside, cook through on the inside right about the same time. And I don't want like a mushy center. I want it fully cooked, but I really want that nice crispy exterior. So to make that happen, we're going about 4 ounces. That's perfect. Right onto the flat top. So, all right, while we let the burger sear, it'll take 3 or 4 minutes on each side, and then I've got a secret trick to show you about melting cheese on a flat top. But before we get to that, we're gonna go with toasting our bun. Again, just get it in the olive oil right onto the griddle. Beautiful. And then I just want to double check that it's not sticking about halfway through, and you can replicate this in a cast iron pan with no problem. You could probably bake them very easily on a cookie sheet, just grease it up pretty well so it doesn't stick. You could broil them. The only thing I would not recommend typically with a veggie burger that you're making from scratch is grilling it, because it is going to be a little bit soft and you don't want it falling through the cracks. But if you have a grill pan, that would work really nicely. That's not sticking, it's beautiful. My bun is toasting. Looks good already. For this particular combination, I'm going with one of my favorites, good old-fashioned yellow mustard. No, they didn't pay me to say it, but I believe that is their slogan. Beautifully toasted. When I'm putting arugula on a burger, or even on a sandwich, I like to put it on first. So I'll put a little bit of sauce down to have it stick, and then I'll just give it a little scrunch so it stays together. Because if you put it on top, it just goes everywhere. So we're gonna put that on. And then on top of that, some thin slices of red onion. Again, lots of flavor combinations, a little bit of nuttiness and peppery bite from the arugula, some sharpness and sweetness from the red onion. And we just want to just build layers and layers of texture. All right, we're gonna flip our veggie burger. She is looking fine. Got a nice sear going on. And now, even before I put the cheese on, I'm just gonna build a little oven on my flat top. By the way, be careful. If you left this on your flat top, it's gonna be hot. I just happen to have hands made of steel. We're gonna cover it up. Little oven action happening right there. I'm gonna go with a little bit more yellow mustard on the top because I love it. It's really good. Now, remember that trick I was telling you about. Here's how to melt cheese in no time on your griddle. Let's go with just one slice. This is a smoked gouda. Adds, again, one more nice layer of texture. Put your cheese on top of your burger. Add a little bit of steam. This is just plain old water. That allows the steam to melt the cheese. Takes about 30 seconds. We'll let it sit. Let's take a look. Oh, that's perfect. That's a trick you can take with you forever. It works on pretty much any surface, including a grill. Just make sure you hit the grates with the water and not in between them. That is a perfectly cooked veggie burger. And I'm gonna give it a taste because we have to find out what I just spent my time not cooking meat for. Moment of truth. Oh man, that is so good. You wouldn't even know there isn't meat there. It's got the body, it's got the texture, it's got tons of flavor, it's got a nice bite, it's crunchy, it's smooth, it's really, really good. Give veggie burgers a shot. Try this recipe out, let me know how it goes for you, and I'll see you in the next meat video.